Welcome to my channel. Support our channel by subscribing. Your subscription helps us grow and create more intriguing content like this. Now, let's dive into today's story. Meet Sophia Miller, a 32-year-old marketing executive living in a beautiful, well-kept suburban neighborhood. She is a woman who has it all, or at least that's what everyone around her believes. Sophia is married to Liam Miller, 35, a successful architect known for his exquisite designs and dedication to his work. Together, they seem like the picture-perfect couple. They've been married for 8 years, live in an upscale house, and seem to be on the path to starting a family. From the outside, everything looks like a dream. But dreams can sometimes turn into nightmares. Beneath the polished exterior of her life, Sophia has been feeling increasingly isolated. Liam's work has consumed him over the last few years, and while he's grown more successful professionally, he's become distant emotionally. The once passionate love they shared has been reduced to brief conversations over dinner and occasional affectionate gestures. The spark, as she sees it, has been fading, and Liam doesn't seem to notice. Sophia, on the other hand, craves attention and validation. She longs to feel seen, to feel desired, and to feel the kind of excitement she felt when they first fell in love. As days turn into months and months into years, she finds herself questioning her place in her own marriage. It's a cool autumn evening. The sun sets early, casting long shadows through the windows of their stylish living room. Sophia sits on the couch, glass of wine in hand, staring blankly at the TV. Liam is still at work again. His frequent late nights have become routine, and Sophia barely bats an eye anymore when he texts her that he won't be home until after 9. She glances at her phone, hoping for something, anything that would distract her from the loneliness that seems to engulf her every evening. And there it is, a message from Jason Carter, her new co-worker. Jason is a 29-year-old rising star in her company's digital marketing division. He's confident, good-looking, and most importantly, he's attentive. Jason's text is simple. "Hey, you free for a chat? Need some advice on this new project?" Sophia smiles to herself. Jason has been messaging her more frequently over the past few weeks. At first, it was strictly about work, but recently their conversations have become more personal, more intimate. He's funny, charming, and unlike Liam, he seems to genuinely appreciate her insights. They start talking, and before she knows it, hours have passed. Liam texts her that he's heading home, but by that point, Sophia is more emotionally invested in her conversation with Jason than the prospect of seeing her husband. Jason compliments her work, her wit, her intelligence, things Liam used to do but hasn't in what feels like an eternity. Days turn into weeks, and Sophia finds herself thinking about Jason more and more. She tells herself it's harmless. After all, she and Jason are just friends, right? But deep down, she knows it's something more. There's a thrill she feels when her phone buzzes with his messages, a jolt of excitement she hasn't felt in years. One Friday evening, Liam tells her he's going on a business trip for the weekend, leaving her alone in their large, empty house. Sophia seizes the opportunity. She texts Jason, casually suggesting they grab drinks after work. He eagerly agrees. They meet at a trendy downtown bar. The lighting is dim, the music soft but energetic. Sophia feels a nervous energy buzzing inside her as she sees Jason waiting at the bar, his easy smile putting her at ease. As they talk, the tension between them is palpable. Their conversation flows effortlessly, and before long, Jason compliments her appearance in a way that leaves little room for ambiguity. "You look stunning tonight, by the way," Jason says, his voice low and sincere. "I don't think I've told you that before." Sophia blushes. She hasn't heard a compliment like that in a long time, and the effect it has on her is undeniable. One drink turns into 2, and by the time they leave the bar, the line between friendship and something more has blurred completely. They share a lingering hug before parting ways, and though nothing explicitly happens that night, both of them know that their relationship has crossed a threshold. As the weeks pass, Sophia and Jason's relationship intensifies. They begin meeting more frequently, under the guise of work discussions, but their interactions become increasingly intimate. What started as innocent texting turns into passionate stolen moments, kisses in the parking garage, secret lunches in hidden corners of the city. Sophia knows it's wrong, but the thrill of secrecy and the attention Jason gives her is intoxicating. She starts pulling away from Liam, emotionally and physically, making excuses to avoid spending time with him. Liam, preoccupied with work, barely notices the growing distance. One rainy evening, while Liam is away on another business trip, Sophia invites Jason over to their home. The house feels different with Jason there, alive, buzzing with an energy that's been missing for years. They sit on the couch watching a movie, but their attention is entirely on each other. The tension builds until it snaps, and that night, their affair moves beyond emotional infidelity to something physical. Sophia wakes up the next morning with a mixture of excitement and guilt. She tells herself that what she's doing isn't wrong, that Liam's neglect has driven her to this point. She convinces herself that Jason is filling a void in her life that Liam has long since abandoned. But deep down, a part of her knows that the betrayal is real, and it's only a matter of time before the consequences come crashing down. Unbeknownst to Sophia, Liam has started to sense that something is off. He notices the subtle changes in her behavior, the way she avoids eye contact, the way she quickly locks her phone when he walks into the room, the way she seems distracted even when they're together. He's been so consumed with work that he hasn't been paying attention, but now he can't ignore it anymore. One evening, after Sophia has gone to bed, Liam decides to check her phone. He hesitates at first, feeling guilty about invading her privacy, but the nagging feeling in his gut pushes him forward. As he scrolls through her messages, his worst fears are confirmed. He sees the texts between Sophia and Jason, the flirting, the innuendos, the secret plans to meet. His heart sinks. Liam doesn't confront her right away. Instead, he starts watching her more closely, paying attention to the details he's overlooked for months. He notices the way she smiles at her phone when Jason texts her, the way she seems more engaged with her appearance when she's about to meet him. The betrayal is undeniable, and Liam feels a deep sense of anger and heartbreak. But instead of exploding in a fit of rage, Liam decides to play the long game. He wants to catch her red-handed, to make sure there's no way she can deny what she's done. So he contacts a private investigator and begins gathering evidence. Weeks pass, and Liam continues to act as though everything is normal. Sophia has no idea that he knows about her affair, and she continues to see Jason in secret, oblivious to the fact that Liam is watching her every move. One night, Liam tells Sophia that he's going on a weekend business trip. It's the perfect opportunity for her to see Jason without arousing suspicion, and she eagerly makes plans to meet him for a romantic dinner. She's excited, nervous, and completely unaware of the trap Liam has set for her. That evening, Sophia and Jason meet at their favorite upscale restaurant. The atmosphere is perfect: soft lighting, quiet music, and a private corner table. They laugh, talk, and flirt, completely wrapped up in each other. But then, halfway through the meal, Liam walks into the restaurant. Sophia's heart stops. She watches in horror as her husband approaches their table, his expression unreadable. Jason freezes, unsure of what to do. The entire restaurant seems to fall silent, as if the weight of the moment has sucked all the air from the room. Liam places a folder on the table in front of Sophia. Inside are the photos, the text messages, and all the evidence of her affair. He looks at her, his voice calm but cold. "You thought I wouldn't find out?" he asks, his words dripping with restrained anger. Sophia tries to speak, but the words catch in her throat. She glances at Jason, who looks as though he wants to disappear. There's no excuse she can offer, no way to explain the betrayal that's now laid bare for all to see. But instead of yelling, instead of making a scene, Liam does something unexpected. He looks at Jason, his voice steady and composed. "You can have her," he says, his tone laced with bitterness. "I hope you know what you're getting into." Then, turning to Sophia, he says, "I hope this was worth it." With that, Liam walks away, leaving Sophia and Jason sitting in stunned silence. Jason, realizing the gravity of the situation, quickly excuses himself, mumbling something about needing to go. He leaves Sophia alone, sitting in the dimly lit restaurant, her world crumbling around her. The next morning, Liam sits on a bench at the beach, watching the sun rise over the horizon. The waves crash against the shore, and the salty air fills his lungs. He's free now, but the weight of the betrayal still lingers in his heart. He knows it will take time to heal, but in that moment, as the sun rises, he feels a sense of closure. Sophia, on the other hand, is left to pick up the pieces of her shattered life. She's lost everything, her marriage, her dignity, and the respect she once had for herself. The affair that once seemed so thrilling has left her empty and alone. As the screen fades to black, the narrator's voice speaks softly. Betrayal is a wound that cuts deeper than any other. It leaves scars, not just on those who are betrayed, but on those who betray as well. In the end, the greatest revenge is not anger or violence, but walking away with your dignity intact. Life moves on, and so must we. Thank you for watching this journey with us. If this story resonated with you, please like, comment, and share your thoughts. Don't forget to subscribe for more stories like this one. We'd love to hear your questions or experiences. Feel free to leave them in the comments below. Until next time, take care.